Did you have to sing that song in school when Dr. Seuss died?
No.
Dr. Seuss.
I was like 40 when Dr. Seuss died. How old are you, man?
You had to sing a song.
You're not even 40 yet.
All the kids,
That's the
when
point.
Dr. Seuss said, all the kids had to hold hands and light candles and say, Dr. Seuss.
Yo, Dr. Seuss was a hack. His books are shit.
Dr. Seuss.
Oh no.
You can't say that.
I'll say it all
Dr.
day
Seuss
because his
has
books are
come.
shit.
You
More
like
like
them.
Dr.
Seuss has
Deuce.
arisen.
You like them.
Say, agree.
You like
somebody.
them. You said when green eggs and ham, you open the book up, you were like, green...
What? Say it, Corey. Say it, Corey.
No, when you were a
Parts are
kid,
green.
when you were a kid, you were flipping through his books and you're like, oh, what's it crumple on?
When you were an 8-year-old kid, you were like, this is charming.
When I was an 8-year-old kid, I was like, why is this creepy fucking adult cat in the
It's
house?
the same with Rodell. All of the pictures in his books look shitty.
What's
Everyone's like,
Rodell?
it's really nice. Rodell, the guy who's like Willy Wonka and the big chocolate.
He did the
big cheese?
the witches,
Okay.
like a lot of those old.
The guys who have duck arms.
Oh, do you remember, if we're talking about
Duck
books...
arms.
Yeah.
Duck
Sorry,
arms.
Deb.
No,
If
you
we-
should apologize. What?
If we're talking about books, do you remember those ghoulish, like scary books that the art always looked like the characters' faces were melting off? And it was
Doll.
maybe it was like scary stories.
That's what I'm talking about.
That?
No, he wrote them, but he got an artist. I forget his name.
Shelley something.
Quentin Blake.
Quentin Blake. Yeah, he did
Do you
it.
guys remember
Was it
Animorphs?
Yeah, it was. I wrote a
Such 20-year-old faggots, all of you.
I used to
Animorphs.
I used to read Goosebumps.
Animorphs.
I would collect Animorphs. I would collect Animorphs.
I don't give a fuck about Animorphs.
Jeff, you're angry.
Pokemon.
Have you ever watched?
You never walk in front of a train. I don't
Let me tell you
care.
something.
What?
Animorphs was kids that turned into animals.
Yeah.
I wish I could have
Yeah.
taken a
Let me
picture.
tell you something about Jimmy Neutron and Beast Wars. I grew up with those. They're my classic, go-to. You need to watch that shit.
Fucking Animorphs. Every time I
Boogers, Rocco's Modern Life. Go ahead.
say something
Jeff,
about
I
those
I grew up with
books,
Rocco. Fuck that.
the covers of those books were offensive to me. Like,
Jeff, I wish I
They
could
were.
have captured your face when I said
You
Animorphs.
look
I've never
pissed.
seen you turn like that before.
Have you ever seen?
Well, it's like talking about
Something
fucking
died inside of
Beyblade.
Jeff that
Have you ever
second.
seen
It's
like
what?
that white girl with crazy hair turn into like the sea manatee?
I just don't like the book cover. I don't like the book covers where they take like a bad picture of a kid and a bad picture of an
Like a
animal,
shitty Photoshop?
and then they click like transform in Photoshop, and it's like 5 stages.
I mean,
of
it
We always see a
It
black
was,
guy
it
turn into
was
a
like
deer or
the
whatever.
90s.
They don't even like the eyes don't even morph correctly to like the same spot on the other
I don't even know what the
character.
fuck Animorphs is. It's
Type
literally
in
animal
Animorphs.
morphs.
If they
what's
touch
people
an animal, they can become.
I know for a
Yeah.
fact you'll know what the
It's a
cover of the
magic
book is. The
power.
cover of the books are fun.
What's not considered an animal? though?
Give me a plot of one of these books.
A black guy turns into an antelope and he gets hit by a truck.
No, I'm serious.
That's serious.
I'm serious.
That is serious.
I'll give you one.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
So there's one with a
too.
guy that turns into a grizzly bear,
Yeah.
and the point of him turning into a grizzly bear
So we can eat honey.
is so he can live his life eating
So
honey.
you can steal honey from
Does every story start out with like a normal person and then they realize
There used to be a TV show where there were like 6 kids that could like turn into certain animals, and they would use their powers to escape dangers because like the underground secret.
like Captain Planet?
The underground secret agency wanted them to experiment on them to
Yeah.
realize how they're like turning into
Is this
animals.
why
and that's
Tumblr
why they
Animal
escape.
Kin exists?
Yes,
No.
yes, it's based off
No.
Animorphs.
What was that movie from the 80s or 70s where like this guy turned into a dog? Never mind.
Oh, Dog Man.
No, it was something.
No, it's Mad Dog, you idiot. What are you?
Dog
That's the
Man.
prequel.
There's some kind of clever.
You're thinking of Goosebumps, Jeff.
Oh, Manimal.
You're thinking
Animal.
Animal. Well, I don't know why that just hit my brain.
yeah.
Like it's some
Second.
clever name.
Rob
Animal.
Schneider?
No, that was the animal.
Jeff, let's talk about Jeff's like insane love for the animal. I went to Jeff's apartment one day.
Yeah.
He had seven,
Or Rob Schneider.
7 copies of the animal with
He's
Rob
a
Schneider.
full cardboard cutout of Rob Schneider.
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
shelf
a whole
of Rob
shelf
Schneider.
full.
All right, since we've lost about half our audience by this point, you want to change the subject?
Animal story. Speaking of animals, let's watch.
Yes.
Wait.
Everyone has a good
I
old
mean,
animal.
shut about. I'm gonna do a transition.
Good old
Stop.
animal story.
I'm gonna do a transition. Stop. Speaking of animals, let's animorph into an animal story. You fucked it up. Whatever.